Greetings to all. I'm Jaime Stubbe, President of Palmas del Mar Properties, Inc. and Palmas del Mar Country Club. I come before you with the purpose of explaining directly to you, the members of our community, without any filters or intermediaries, the events of last week. But before I do so, I would like to explain who we are. Palmas del Mar Properties, Inc. is dedicated to the development of Palmas del Mar, both residential as well as hospitality products. We have been in Palmas since 1985 when we purchased all the assets, lands, and hotels, including the Candelero, the Palmas Inn, and Club Cala back then. We have invested more than $200 million since then in the designing and updating of the master plan, permits, water infrastructure, roads, the club amenities, advertising, and marketing. All of it with the goal of making Palmas what it is today, the premier resort community in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. Palmas del Mar Country Club is a subsidiary of Palmas del Mar Properties and owns all the facilities, including the golf club, the tennis club, and the beach club. We also operate the restaurants located in our amenities, as well as the Beach Bohío. In the year 2000, Palmas Country Club borrowed $30 million to build the new golf club, cart barn, and maintenance facilities, including the Flamboyant Golf Course, designed by Reese Jones. The proceeds from this loan also went to make improvements to the Palm Golf Course, purchase machinery and equipment, and build the beach club. This loan was made through the Tourism Development Fund, a subsidiary of GDB. For 10 years, from 2000 through 2009, we never failed to meet the obligations of this loan, despite the fact that the club did not generate sufficient income to cover its operating costs and much less to cover the debt payments. In spite of the fact that Palmas del Mar Properties does not, and I repeat, does not guarantee Palmas Country Club's loan, PDMPI subsidized Palmas Country Club and contributed $36 million in capital to PCCI for debt repayment and to cover its operational cash deficit, because we understood the importance of these facilities and the benefit it yields to the resort and to your property values, as well as ours. Regrettably, the recession and collapse of the economic real estate market not only affected Palmas Country Club negatively, but also Palmas del Mar Properties, and deprived Palmas del Mar Properties of funds that had enabled it in the past to subsidize Palmas Country Club. In February of 2009, we communicated this to the Government Development Bank for Puerto Rico, and that we need a line of credit to financially stabilize its situation for a number of years until the economy rebounds and while we obtain financing to build 1 or 2 new hotels. Since then, we have been exchanging proposals and ideas until finally, on April 28th, we reached a standstill that ended in the events that I am about to explain. The first question that may come to your minds is, why did we make this decision public? It was never our intention to make it public. It became public due to the following factors. For many weeks, we tried to avoid having to notify our employees of the possibility of a shutdown of operations. However, 2 factors forced the decision. First, cash flow projections indicated that by mid-May, we would not have sufficient cash to operate. Second, under federal law called WARN Act, a company with more than 100 employees must notify its employees that it will cease to operate 60 days prior to the effective date. As we faced the impasse with the bank on April 28th, and the bank rejected our request that they continue operating the club, we had to comply with the WARN Act, and we took on the regretful task of making the announcement on April 29th. Once we informed the employees, this information spread like wildfire, and the news media began to call. This is the only reason that I came out in the public. Having cleared those questions, we want to assure you that we will continue with our effort to reach financial terms that are reasonable for the bank and for us. So far, terms offered would have us in the same situation within 2 years, something that makes no sense. In the spirit of maintaining an open communication with the bank, I cannot offer additional details. I only want to provide you with the assurances that I will continue work day and night to work out a solution, and I will do it for you, for our employees, for my family, for this community. Finally, I want to thank the community and the Homeowners Association for your support to our effort to keep our club from closing. Thank you very much.